are you familiar with the concept of bullshit jobs?
No.
So the idea is if you just stopped going to work, would it actually matter to your company, or would it even matter to society as a whole if you just stopped doing your job? And I
would
guess
imagine it wouldn't matter to the company, but it would matter to the person involved, so they wouldn't have any money.
Have you felt that, like, you know, over your career, have you ever had any of these jobs, I wonder, that you would classify as a bullshit job?
No.
Do you think your friends, like, I guess, like, what would you guess, like, how many people in Australia have such a job where they could quit and society would be fine?
I couldn't guess.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
I don't have my finger on the pulse.
I guess. So, for instance, in the UK, a few years ago, 35% of people admitted that they themselves have a bullshit job.
Okay.
I guess, you know, what do you think about automation? Should we have more robots doing lots more of our jobs?
That's a bit dicey, isn't it? Because then nobody will have a job.
Is that a problem?
Possibly.
Well,
Possibly. They wouldn't have any money unless they're a robot.
Is that like a secondary concern, though? I guess, like, should we solve the first problem and then solve the money problem?
I still think you need human contact everywhere.
I guess, like, some jobs don't have a lot of human contact.
No, I mean, some jobs, obviously, the more automation, the better. But then, like, customer service type jobs, you can't really do that with robots, can you?
Sure, I agree with that point, yeah. I guess, what do you think would happen then? Like, if there were more robots, more widespread, how do you think society would adapt to that? Like,
I don't think very well.
like,
Well, there'd be no contact. There'd just be robots that don't have a brain or a heart or anything. So how can you communicate with them?
Yeah, fair enough.
You've got to have contact with people. You've got to have human contact. Otherwise, what do? We all go into our houses and just turn on the TV or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like.
I agree with you. I guess that there are some jobs where, I guess, you know, if you're sort of behind the scenes where you don't have much human contact anyway, I guess, you know, like accountants, for instance. Yeah, like
I feel sorry for the accountants now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What about are you too familiar with the notion of bullshit jobs?
No.
So the idea is if we just stopped going to work, would it actually matter to the company? Would it matter to society? And so
At work, it's good for your life to get up in the morning and go to work.
well, doesn't it matter what job it is, though?
Well, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah,
Do you think most people have jobs that make them happy?
Well,
not everyone.
not everyone, no, but you've got to have money to put food on the table.
But couldn't lots of these jobs be done by robots?
Oh, why would you want to do that?
Well, if people don't enjoy their job, why wouldn't we just let a robot do it?
Because people need to get up and go to work.
It's like sort of good for their,
Well, otherwise you
Absolutely.
just stay in bed and sleep and do nothing.
I guess many businesses will be closed down over Christmas. What will people be doing?
Going on Christmas holidays with their family.
Not lying on the couch taking drugs.
Some way. Not
Yeah.
everyone.
No,
Do you think that's a typical thing in Frankston?
No.
no,
No.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, Frankston's no.
How much do you follow the different parties? How much do
Always,
you know about them?
to be honest, man, I don't know anything about them. Always until they start, I suppose, until they start looking after the public a little bit more, mate. Then
Yeah.
I'll start looking after them, I suppose.
Does something come to mind? How they
Always,
could-
always how they put all them as the people from jail back on the public, and like, they
You're
sort of-
saying they should keep them in jail?
Oh, of course they should, mate. Like, there's murderers, there's rapists, there's like, and there's people like myself going.
Who belong in jail, you're
Or
saying?
like people like myself go and give them a little slap on the bum, mate, and I
Yeah.
get more jail than they do. Like,
What do you think about automation, robots? Do you think they should be taking more jobs?
no, 100% not. Like, for instance, where you go into the car park and now all you do is press a button. Like, heaps of people used to have a job giving you your ticket.
Would they have enjoyed that job, though?
I was more than likely. I just can't give a percentage, but I'm sure there's more that are shattered that they lost their job than.
Oh, but I guess do we need all these jobs to exist? As you said, if robots could do it, Why don't we just get robots to do everything?
Then Australia, what would Australia turn into? Like, we could all kick back and just let a robot do it.
What do you think people would be doing if they didn't have the job?
Well, there'd be probably a lot more crime.
If people didn't have anything to do, they'd commit
How
lots of
bored?
crime.
How bored? Like, and it's like, for instance, I don't believe in these driverless cars and all that, because obviously, yeah, a human has technical errors, but computer has more technical errors than a human would.
Do they at everything?
I just don't know. Like, sometimes I'd ask Settlely that, they pull their hair out when their computers go down.
Have you heard of the notion of bullshit jobs?
A bullshit job.
So the idea is, if someone just stopped going to work, would it actually matter to the company? Would it actually matter to society?
Look, I don't know.
Have you ever had one of these jobs?
Not really. I mean, I had one years ago and I lost my job. I mean, the whole company, not the company, but the distribution center was closed down and they moved somewhere else. But I got a job straight away after a few weeks. So,
Do you think we need more automation, more robots replacing jobs?
good question. More robots, less work for people, more unemployment. I don't know what's the best option.
But aren't many of these jobs that people don't want to do anyway?
Well, there's a lot of people who are unemployed, not because they can't find a job. They don't want to do it. They don't want to work.
This is like a lot of people, like
No, I
5%.
mean, look, I don't know how many. Nearly, I think, 800,000 people unemployed in Australia.
And you're saying they
sure that
don't want to work.
They don't want to work. I'm sure. I'm just looking at from my point of view. I got some friends, which I know for many, many years, and they're not interested. They don't want to work.
What do they do all day?
Nothing. Sit here, drink piss, and they live by unemployment benefits.
Yeah.
Is that right or wrong? I don't know. I've never been unemployed, so.
I guess is it a big problem though if these people don't want to work?
I think it is.
Who's the victim? Who suffers in all this?
Who suffers? We all suffer. Because we have to bring more people from other countries to fill those jobs, and we got people here who can do it, and they don't want to. They're not interested.
We can't get robots to do it.
Well, if you can get a robot to clean the streets, fine, but I'm not sure. Maybe we still not into that position. Maybe it's too early. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. What about I guess thinking about the climate? Do you think Liberal, Labor? Do you think they're doing a good job at tackling climate change?
Labor is not doing it at all. I mean, they're not. I don't believe much in that crap.
Are you saying it is not happening?
I don't know if it's happening or not, but we need CO2, right? If we don't get enough CO2, all these trees will die. All plants will die. And what do you do then?
What about
what are we gonna eat? Rocks?
What about the great extinctions in the past? There have been 5 great extinctions.
Like
Due to the different balance of oxygen versus methane versus CO2.
Look, I'm not a science, I don't know much about it, but I know that we need CO2, and they want to get rid of the CO2. It's too much. Yeah, maybe it's too much, but if it's not enough, then the plants will die.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then we will die.
Yeah.
So
More CO2.
you have to find right balance.